Good morning, my dear friends. I have a video out from my first long trip through the Redwood Forest, and the video is available on my YouTube channel, which is Clarity is Pretty. And if you can go ahead and watch that video, it would mean a whole lot to me, and I will tell you why. Many of you probably know me as a Pilates teacher. And this spring, something happened that I decided to go a different route, a route that is more, that is a scary route. It's a big career change. It's not even a career change. It's just a career drop and walking away from something that I was really good at. But that was unfortunately not fulfilling me in many ways. I loved what I did for the time that I was doing it, but certain things were happening along the way of me teaching and me evolving as a Pilates teacher that shook my entire world. And somehow I had a falling out of love with what I was doing. I think the reason for that, well, I'll tell you what happened. In November of last year, I had to move again, to downsize again, and that was the second time since my divorce, since I had to move out from the house in October or November of 2019. So this was a second move of uprooting and downsizing, which I've had to do that so many times throughout my life, from moving from Belarus to New York, and then from New York to Los Angeles, without anything, pretty much, just me and whatever's on me, all these times. And it was it's hard, and a lot goes into staying strong. And sometimes when things like this happen to you, you reevaluate your whole life. And last November, as I was downsizing again and moving from my studio apartment where I had a studio to a smaller apartment that had stuff for my kids, like a basketball court outside. It's one of those communal buildings, but the apartment is tiny. But I decided to go that route. It was cheaper than what I was paying at my studio. And I thought, okay, well, I'll just work from somewhere, or I'll invite clients here. And then what happened, many things happened at that time throughout that move. There were lots of promises made from people that were not kept, as far as providing a space for me, for my reformers, and for teaching. And all of it kind of hit at once. Well, I'm sure all of you know how that works, right? When it rains, it pours. And I went through this terrible depression state. I could only lay down. I mean, imagine after a move, everything is still boxed. I don't have much stuff. I've eliminated as much stuff as I could. But I was, I couldn't work. I got actually hired by this big place, a gym in, well, I'm not going to say where they are, but they're very famous. It's a really good place, but the money that they were promising was very, it was not enough for me to sustain a good living. And I wanted to commit to something full time, but this looked like I also would have to be a salesperson, which I'm not. And, I ended up being depressed and pretty much laying in my bed. Whenever I didn't have to be with kids, I would just drag myself to the park or outdoors somewhere. But I started eating a lot. I started eating bread and butter, and I'm gluten-free and vegan, but I was eating like bread and butter nonstop because that's what made me feel comfort. This is what I loved as a child, just bread and butter. And my body started changing, and I couldn't shake it off. And I was like, I'm so strong, and okay, I'm getting this opportunity, but somehow I just can't make myself do that. And then I decided, you know what, to hell with this all, and I'm just gonna take a risk, and I'm going to follow my heart. And my heart is in the forest, and my heart is with nature, and my heart is with children. And I'm also on a spiritual journey, and every time I'm, dealing with some clients are absolutely fantastic and amazing, and they're so supportive. But there is always that aspect, that tough aspect, where clients will schedule themselves for a month ahead and then just not show up and not pay you. And that's not a one client type of thing. That's like a lot of people do that. For some reason, I don't understand that. And then working and having to skip, my time with myself in nature, my time learning about the world, exploring on those types of situations seemed pretty pretty crazy. And I saw where it got me to, having to downsize size again. And I thought, you know what, why should I stick to this when I can just take a completely different route and just follow my heart and see where it takes me? So that's what I did. And, I decided, okay, well, how much money do I need for gas to get here, to get back? Well, I'm not going to do, I'm not no longer going to do my nails. I'm no longer going to do my anything, right? So no eyebrows, no eyelashes ever. I'm going to stop doing haircuts, which I love. My hair lady is amazing. She's so supportive. And sometimes I will cut my hair, but not as often. I'm going to give up, manicures, pedicures. I'm going to give up, well, I already gave up by that time, cigarettes, alcohol, extra stuff like foods that are unnecessary. I'm going to give up everything, and I'm just going to make sure that I have money to pay rent for now while I make the switch, and money for gas. And even if I have to give up food, I'm going to go on a single juice diet and make sure that my kids are well fed. But with me, I can figure it out, which is working out fine. I do eat sometimes, but I found out that people don't even have to eat along the way. So I made this crazy risk. I took this crazy risk, and I just, because I'm on a 50-50 schedule with my former spouse, and I have this opportunity to go and explore and to do what I love, I decided, you know what, I'm just going to give it my all, and I'm going to spend this next summer and fall and maybe winter just doing what it is that I love. And that is exploring nature and exploring nature and exploring spirituality, exploring my immediate 360, getting to know what are these plants around me, what are these insects around, what are their names? I'm amongst them all the time, and I don't know what are they. So their medicinal value, their spiritual value, how they hold this earth together so it doesn't slide and just, everything gets destroyed. How does this all work? This makes me so happy. And the video that I just posted on YouTube and a little piece of it here on Instagram, it's that my first trip when after my me being super depressed and staying kind of uncertain as to my future. And that is that when I made that decision that I'm going to, you know, I'm going to learn as much as I can without, you know, having to go to college yet. Maybe one day I will be able to do that as well. I just, there's always, you know, something, as they say, but there's, I know when the time is right and when the time isn't. But now I'm learning through touch, through feel, through exploration, through actually being here, through meeting locals, through meeting guides. And I've learned so much about nature, geology, botany, and this summer I've met so many amazing people. I've learned that, oh my God, I had these crazy discoveries that Columbus did not discover America, that, you know, this was all here and it was tended to way back when, you know, for thousands of years before the settlers arrived. So, you know, there's a tiny little lesson on that in my son's 8th grade. And then they moved to the settlers and to the America. So I don't know if I'll be able to learn all of this in school, but I've read so many books throughout the summer, and it's everything to me. This mountain, she brought me back to life when I was down. I promised I won't get emotional. I thought that all of my emotions are already out about this, but apparently not. But this mountain that is behind me, the Mount Shasta that I've been visiting ever since my divorce, when I saw this mountain, it came right before I went through it. I thought that I'm meeting something new and unexplored, and this immense mountain that I wanted to climb and to get to know every crevice of it, every cave, every nook and cranny. And then as I was doing it, I realized that this mountain is me. I met myself. That by getting to know her, I was getting to know me, all of my dark caves and all of my beautiful meadows, and how they all belong here. And oh my God, I'm so sorry, I'm crying. And that's a little introduction to this first video of the Redwood Forest on my available on my YouTube. Clarity is Pretty, and many more videos to come. I actually had another long video that was being put together of my second trip, where I was going deeper into the study of the redwood trees and the Forest Service, and how this whole system works between national parks, state parks, and indigenous people. You know, it keeps taking me deeper and deeper into the story, into the history of this land that we are all a part of. So there will be more videos to come, and if you're interested about nature, check them out. There's a lot of cool information there. All right, I love you. I'm gonna have a ton of videos coming up. When I'm here, I'm free. I feel like I can channel my thoughts easier. I can record videos. Unfortunately, I can't do that in the city. Usually it lasts for about a day and a half that I still have the clarity after coming back from the mountains, coming back from nature. And then I get, it's like a net is being put over my head, and I can't relay what's coming in. So I have to make these trips, and I'm fortunate enough that I can do it, and thankful to the universe that for blessing me with this courage and the support that allows me to follow my dream, to follow my heart, to be with my children, and to be in nature. Okay, I love you. Have a beautiful day. Bye.